In political science for class 12, we are going to continue the chapter Security in the Contemporary World, and this is the concluding part of the chapter, that is India and Security Strategy. That means what steps have been taken or what are the ways to secure India or to face the challenges, problems, and how to tackle the critical situation, traditional threats as well as non-traditional threats, how and what are the ways to tackle such situations. So that is the topic, India and Security Strategy. Strategy, the ways. Okay, and you know that India, our country, has faced both type of security threats. I hope you remember the traditional and the non-traditional threats. Traditional related to mainly the military threat, foreign aggression, and non-traditional migration, terrorism, poverty, unemployment, diseases, health problems, etc. So we have been facing both the types of threats. First, we take the traditional threat to the security, which is related to safeguarding, protecting the boundaries, the international boundaries, so that we protect ourselves, our country, our state, our people from any kind of military threat from any country. And it is the geographical condition that we are surrounded by the countries which are hostile, with whom we do not have very cordial relations, and you know that is China and our immediate another country, Pakistan. Okay, and in order to defend ourselves, we have to protect ourselves, and we have faced the wars many times right from the time when we got independence, like in 1947, 48, then 1965, 71 and 1999. These are the years when we faced the military problems, attack, clashes with Pakistan, and in 1962 with China. So that is why it becomes very important for us that we have to look for a strategy so that no other country can dare to do so, and in case anybody dares to do so, we are ready to protect ourselves, and that is possible when we are well equipped with all types of weapons, especially as that is the need of the time, that is the nuclear power. And for that only we did the nuclear test and possess nuclear weapons. And the main purpose is for the peaceful purposes, development, and for defense, and the safeguarding our national interests. So basically we see we have 4 components as the strategy related to the security of our country. That is one of the 4 components, and that is strengthening the military power. This is what all I have just told you, that we can defend ourselves, our state, by strengthening our forces military capability. Okay, and because of the location, because of the neighboring countries, okay, with whom we might have and we do have clashes, conflicts from time to time. Second component is to strengthen international norms and institutions. India has always believed and always shown the firm faith in maintaining good relations with all the countries and having faith in the norms like disarmament, decolonization, no discrimination, Afro Asian solidarity, and UN. And UN as a forum to resolve the conflicts between any countries. Okay, so India has taken initiatives for non discriminatory, non proliferation regime also, in which all the states, all the countries will have same rights and obligations also with respect of weapons of mass destruction like chemical weapons, biological weapons. Okay, so weapons of mass destruction. NEO, what is NEO? You remember? New International Economic Order. Okay, NAM, Non Alignment Movement, and signing the Kyoto Protocol with 160 countries. Okay, and the main purpose is for reducing the greenhouse effect to check the global warming. And India has UNPKF, that means United Nations peacekeeping forces also, and we have substantial number of troops for collective security initiatives कि wherever in order to restore the peace the forces are required, our forces are reserved as peacekeeping forces. Okay, and we send our forces for such operations also. Then third component is related to internal security. Internal security is related to the internal peace and security, law and order, cooperation, okay, smooth running of the administration, no clashes and conflicts between and among different groups of the people living in a country. So this is by adopting democratic political system, India tries to solve the problems of different regions, different groups, believes in dialogue, negotiations to know their problems and to find out the ways to solve those problems so that all have their voice, all have the right to raise their voice and grievances for their existence. And this is especially helps to preserve national unity. Okay, for example, we have seen and we have faced disturbances in some part of our country, like in Punjab, in Kashmir, in some part of Northeast also. So negotiations took place from time to time in order to restore peace in such areas. Now, the fourth component of the security strategy of India is related to the economy and economic development. So, unless or until we are economically developed, we cannot go for other things also. So, the government takes all possible steps to remove poverty, to reduce unemployment, to increase gross domestic product, etc. And all these steps are taken to develop the economy of the country. Although we know that at this time our growth rate is not very good, but the government still is trying to increase the growth rate, as in a democratic system there is always a pressure to increase the growth rate, to give and to ensure greater security to the people. So in this way we can see that we have been trying to protect ourselves from foreign aggression, to maintain peace and security within the country, and at the same time to have faith in international norms and institutions. Norms with disarmament, decolonization, indiscrimination, and having faith in international organization